Hello students, so we are studying about flip-flops. So far I have discussed you uh, about JK and SR flip-flop. So now I am going to discuss you the D flip-flop. So we'll review SR and JK flip-flop, then I'll move to D flip-flop, logical, simple and truth table, then flip-flop timing, D flip-flop, then preset and clear timing, positive negative edge trigger D flip-flop, then D flip-flop versus D latch, then transparent D latch, then D latch timing. What is D flip-flop? So this is the circuit for D flip-flop. So D flip-flop has only one input along with a clock, because this is a flip-flop, definitely it need a clock. In a D flip-flop, the output can be only changed at the clock edge, and if the input changes at other times, the output will be unaffected. That means in D flip-flop, the output can be changed at the clock edges only. So, and this is a D flip-flop. D flip-flop is constructed using NAND gate along with NAT. Then this is the truth table for D flip-flop. This is when the clock is low, and this is when the clock is high. So when you give D is 0, then you will get Q is equal to 0. When D is equal to 0, Q is equal to 0. D is equal to 1, then Q is equal to 1. Q is equal to 0 for the falling edge. Then again D is equal to 1 and Q is equal to 1. Q bar is just inverse. The change of a state of the output depends on the rising edge of the clock. The output Q is same as the input and can only change at the rising edge of the clock. Rising edge of the clock. And this is the symbol for D flip-flop and truth table. D flip-flop has only one input along with a clock, and Q bar are the output. When D is equal to 0 for the rising edge or positive edge, Q is equal to 0. When D is equal to 1, Q is equal to 1. As I told you, the output is same as the input. Then Q bar is automatically the inverse of Q. 0, 1, 1, 0. This is for rising edge of the clock pulse. So next one, flip-flop timings. So this also already I have discussed to you, and this is for data input for high state, and this is for the lower state, and this gives a set time, and this is for hold time. Set time and the hold time. So, and this is a positive edge transition, and another one is a negative edge transition, clock edges. So, and this diagram gives the D flip-flop timing. So this is the symbol for D flip-flop. D input and along with clock, and Q bar are the output. So this is a clock and clock pulse, and this is a input for D, and this is output. FF is nothing but flip-flop. So next one, the input sampled at the clock edges. For rising edge, the input passes to output. Otherwise, the flip-flop hold its output. The flip-flops can be rising edge trigger or falling edge trigger. See here, you can understand the how it is changes in the state. In the timing diagram, you can see how it is changes, and this is for the clock pulse, and this is for input, and this is for output. And this one gives the example for D flip-flop timing. So Q is output, D is a input, and CLK is a clock pulse. And when Q is equal to D is equal to 1, and Q is equal to D is equal to 0, here there is no change, and here Q is equal to D is equal to 1, there is no change state. And this diagram gives the timing diagram for pre and clear, preset and clear. See again, Q is output, PR is preset, CLR is clear, and D input, and CLK is a clock pulse. And this red color arrow mark shows when Q is equal to D is equal to 1, it is a clocked. Again, when it is clocked 0, then preset, then again preset, then clocked, and this is a clear state. Once again, so this is before the time clock, before the clock pulses, then after the clock pulse, how it is changes. See again, you can understand it clearly. Yes. So this is a D flip-flop preset and clear timing. So the next one is positive edge and negative edge trigger D flip-flop and along with the truth table. So this is for positive edge trigger flip-flop and this is for negative edge trigger flip-flop, D flip-flop. So for negative edge we have to add a circle, and this is for rising edge of the clock and this is for falling edge of the clock. When D is equal to 0, the output will be 0. When D is equal to 1, output will be 1. Again D is equal to 0 when for the falling edge Q is equal to 0. D is equal to 1, Q is equal to 1. D flip-flop versus D latch. The primary difference between D flip-flop and D latch is enable and clock input. Clock will be using in D flip-flop and enable will be using, EN will be using D latch. The flip-flop clock input is edge sensitive, meaning the flip-flop's output changes only on the edges, either a rising edge or falling edge of the clock input. The latch is, the EN input is level sensitive. This is edge sensitive and this is level sensitive, meaning the latch's output changes on the level, either high or low of the EN input. So here I have given for transparent D latch symbol, logic symbol along with a truth table, and D is the input, EN is also input. Instead of clock we will be using EN, enable. Q bar are the output, and here the truth table gives when enable is equal to 0 and this is a don't care condition, Q is equal to that access the previous state. When again enable is high, 0 0 1 1. Okay, this is the truth table for D latch, and this gives the D latch timing. The output depends on EN. When EN is high, the input passes to the output. See here, we can understand well. Look at here. So the Q latches changes like this. This is a timing diagram for D latch timing. D again input, Q bar are the output, and EN is a enable. When EN is low, latch hold its output. It's continuous with the previous states. Latches are level sensitive and they are transparent. And this is a transparent D latch example for timing I have given here. See, you can understand well. This is for Q and this is for D input, and EN is enable. Instead of clock we have used EN. So this is for Q is equal to 0, first condition, latched Q is equal to 0, then transparent Q is equal to D, then again latched Q is equal to 1, then again transparent Q is equal to D, and for latched Q is equal to 0, transparent Q is equal to D. So with this the D flip-flop gets over. So the remaining things we'll see in the next class, students. Thank you.